All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Loving Black and White. I'm Brandon.
I'm Corinne.
And
you're wearing black and I'm wearing white.
Oh my God, it's meant to be.
We're totally on brand.
Yes. Anyway, let's talk about this subject that came up regarding whether a person is interested in you.
This is for
if they text you back or not.
This is for like new daters when you're like newly dating or like beginning dating.
Was that a new date or this is like in a relationship? I don't know.
I thought it would be like when you're like talking dating phase.
Maybe we can talk about both sides of it.
Right.
Because if you just meet somebody that just gave you a number last night at yoga or something, or whatever, versus a person who I think we could talk about both sides of it. What the expectation is in relationships and the expectation when you first meet somebody. Roll that clip.
I rolled it.
But if a guy go the whole day without talking to you, sweetie, he don't like you. Even if it takes 1 second out his time out that day, he gonna want to call that girl. You gonna know say, that. Hey, you gonna know that. Or whatever he call you, whatever love or shawty, whatever nickname he gonna check up on you.
So if he doesn't check on you, he's not that into you.
I think that's kind of true. I think that's true. People do play games though, because people play games, so people play games back.
Yeah.
And some men don't want to seem thirsty because women get weird when you get thirsty. Some women want you to talk to them, but then they don't want you to talk to them too much.
Women don't want men to be like clingy or like.
But a man don't understand what clingy is, right? A man is like, I like you. I'm going to message you in a good morning.
Yeah.
And I'm going to message you throughout the day so that you know that I'm interested.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes women see that as clingy.
Well, I think the difference is if a woman's into you, she wants you to text her. The difference between a man who's not clingy and one who is clingy, a clingy man she's not into. But I agree. But like, I remember when I was single and you're like, oh, is he going to text me? Is he going to, I thought we had a good date. I thought we had 2 good dates, whatever. Is he going to text me? He hasn't texted me yet. It's 4:00. He hasn't texted me. If he hasn't texted you, he's not thinking about you. He don't like you. I think you will save so much of your time if you have to go around and around and around and wonder, does he like me? Does he like me? Are we official? Are we a couple? All that. If you feel that way, that's not the one for you. Just delete his number. If a man likes you and he is into you, you will know it. A man will text you, good morning. A man will make plans for the future. I think there was a book called He's Just Not That Into You. I think it's a book. I feel like I read it. It was great. No, I think it was a movie. Well, it was a movie, and then it was a book. No, it's a book. And I read it. But, it's so true. So, like, for you single ladies, I think it's hard. And it's like not news you want to hear. But if a man is not texting you, he's not into you. And if he's playing games, he's not into you.
What about the woman on the other side? If a woman text a man, is she more consistent in texting than a man is, whether she's interested or not?
I would advise.
Meaning that, see, here you women finna go off the rails here. I already can feel it coming. So they say if a man doesn't text you throughout the day, he's not interested.
So if a whole day goes by and you haven't heard from him, he's not thinking about you.
If a woman doesn't text you throughout the whole day, is that the same principle?
No, because a woman is not leading the relationship. A woman is not courting the man. A woman should not be pursuing a man. So I would advise ladies, do not text a man first. Do not call a man first.
Oh my God.
Let him call you. Let him text you.
That's why women out here single.
The men who want a woman to call them first or text them first are the same men who want to be proposed to.
No, I disagree.
Yes.
I think that
they're too chicken.
No, you just express
themselves out
quit
there.
Playing games and express how you feel. If a woman like you, she can just message you.
No, a woman needs to be the prize. She needs to be.
Yeah, but if she like him and he's busy,
pursued. If a man cannot pursue you because you make yourself easy like a doormat, like you're desperate, a man is going to be like, nah, she's too desperate. She's too easy. Next. I want to go for the woman that I got to put a little effort into. No. That's special. That's a little harder to get.
I don't think that's how men see it. That's not how men see it.
That's not.
A man see it like, I want to mutually be in communication with somebody. I don't want to be the only one texting you because then I can't tell if you like me or not, or I'm just, desperate.
No. I'm not telling a woman don't ever text them back. When a man texts you, then you text back.
Why can't people just text based on how they feel about the other person and stop playing games?
Wait, what do you mean?
If a woman is like, I like this guy, I had an incredible date, maybe just maybe she woke up before he did, I'm not going to text him, though, until he texts me first.
Correct.
It's like, no, text the guy if you like the guy.
I would.
And as a man, you like, dang, she really liked me. She had a great time last night. Dang, I thought she was never going to talk to me again. I thought it was a horrible date. And a man may have thought the date didn't go well, so he's like, dang, I'm not going to even call her because I think she didn't enjoy that date. But the woman is like, I had an incredible time.
Here's protocol. After a man takes you on a date, you text him that night. Thank you, I had a great time. Thank you for dinner. I had a wonderful time. Hope we hang out again. You put the ball in the man's court and let the man make the move.
First?
Yes, but you thank him taking you on a date.
But that's the first text message that night.
In response for him taking you to dinner. And then you put the ball in his court. New day, sun rises, the ball is in his court. You don't then make the first move on the new day. You let the man make the first move on the new day.
But I think we're talking I think you're 100% right in terms of two weirdos.
I don't think women should play games.
I think two weirdos playing games with each other.
I think a man should know you're into him.
Two weirdos that's playing games with each other is not ready for anything. You're 100% right. Yeah. I think two people, like if I got a girl that I like,
yes,
and she texts me but she texts me first. If she texts me often.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at that. I'm like, I like her. I want her to be engaged. I want to feel like she like me. I don't take the guesswork out. I already like her. So I'm not going to think she's thirsty or desperate. I want to hear from her. I want to talk to her all the time.
But once it's established that you guys like each other and you're like on the same page.
So you should play games until y'all figured it out.
No, I don't think it's playing games. I think you should let the man show you, is he into you or is he not? Because women are like, oh, we went on a date. I like him. He's my boyfriend. And men are like, whoa, 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 whoa.
No, but I think that people don't have to get so in the weeds with this guesswork. You grown. That's why I think people should date when they get older. I'm grown.
Yeah.
I like you. Mm-hmm. I think you're an incredible woman. I see something with you. I want to go on another date.
So if a man makes that known.
But she needs to make it known too. Like, don't have me just put my eggs out there.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts? A woman can say, look, I really had a good day. I see something with you too.
Yeah.
These are the things that I value in a relationship. Mm-hmm. And you embody those things. Let's see where it goes. Yeah. Two people can communicate that. Yeah. It shouldn't be like, hey, good morning, sweetheart. And then she like, hey.
No, I don't know. I'm not advocating women play games, and if you like it,
that is a game.
Don't pretend like you don't like him.
If a woman wake up in the morning and she's thinking about him.
My point is that you have to let a man pursue you. You have to let a man, he has to go out on the ledge first. It's a man that's going to propose to you. It's a man that's going to lead you. It's a man that's going to set the tone of the relationship. But when women take the lead and text and call, a lot of men will be like, and you've told me you've done this before when you were dating girls. I didn't want to hurt her feelings. She was a nice girl, so we dated a while. And it's like, that man's not really that into you, and you won't know it because you're too busy smothering him or leading the relationship, and a man's just along for the ride because he's, getting it and getting attention and whatever. He's having a good time. And then a couple months later, you're like, oh my God. And he's like, she ain't
baby,
it.
That's the same.
But you wouldn't know that because you were calling him, texting him. And if you kind of step back and let a man reveal himself, he would have revealed he's not that into you, or you can't lead a relationship.
But baby, women do the same thing. So you have if you just steady texting this girl first all the time, you're like, and she could be leading you on. She's talking to two other dudes. Yeah. She monkey barring you. So a man needs to have some validation too. So I think mutually, if you feeling the guy, text him first. You don't need to text him first every time and every day. But if it comes up and you're like, hey, I was thinking about you, it's okay for a woman to serenade a man with some kind of love. And a guy
told you he loves you.
No, I mean, a guy's going to respond. The thing is, that if a woman is the advice that I would give a woman is that if you are first all the time and he's not reciprocating, then you make it very clear. I do not like the communication. I do not feel that we're vibing, and I no longer want to be a part of this.
He's going to be like, okay.
And if he
you
does,
could have saved yourself months, weeks of wasted time had you let that man set the tone and lead. But the video says if he goes a whole day without texting you, he's not into you. Do you agree or not agree?
Well, I agree 90% of the time. It depends on what happened that day.
What could be an instance to where a man, you would be like, I'm really into that girl, but I'm not going to talk to her today?
Well, it could be if you're incredibly busy. Like if you have a really busy schedule, you're flying somewhere and then it's late at night and you're like, I don't know if I want to text her too late. It's kind of a new relationship. I don't want to disrespect her time, texting her 11 o'clock at night. I cannot find a situation where I like a person that wouldn't text them in the whole day.
Exactly.
I'm just saying it could happen, and it doesn't mean a woman should just be like, run for the hills. He didn't text you one day. But a woman, but if he doesn't, you need to communicate very clearly that you did not text me, and it made me feel a certain way.
Yes.
I would appreciate the communication to be this way.
Yes.
And if that's not what you want to do, then let's quit playing games.
Yes. But I agree. But people will be like newly dating, you know what I mean? And they won't talk for a few days, or they won't. In my head, I'm like, that's so strange. After a few dates, and then you're like, do we have a date on Friday? Do we not have a date on Friday? If a man can go a whole day, too, without talking to you or texting you, he is not that into you.
Or that he's just not that interested in dating. Like he may like you, but he may feel like, I got a lot going on in my life.
Yeah.
I just broke up with somebody, but I really like this girl, but I don't want to get in nothing hot and heavy too soon. But I think that people should communicate that. Instead of going on a date talking about all this stupid stuff, people should be articulating very clearly what their expectations are with a date. Or if y'all just want to hang out and you're like, I just want a person to go to the dinner with, just articulate that to a person.
But women will be like, oh, he must be really busy. Or I know he likes me a lot, but no, if a man likes you, you will know it. You will not have to question it. You won't have to wonder. You won't have to be like, no. If a man likes you, you will know it.
Yeah, I think that's 90% of the time. If a guy doesn't text you, it's either he's unavailable emotionally. That's why he's not trying to pursue anything.
Correct.
Or he really is texting some other girl because he don't really like you that much.
Ding, ding, ding. Right.
Same thing with a woman. If a woman is not giving you feedback, if you text a woman and she go all day and not reply to you.
No, women can.
It's like, okay.
If a woman doesn't text a man all day, like if a woman doesn't respond to a man all day, because like if you don't text me, I'm not texting you. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. If you into me, I'm not making the first move. So yeah, if a guy I liked text me, girls are checking their phone, waiting for that text. So if a girl does not text you all day after you've texted her, oh, bro,
I had a girl like that. I was at, I forget the name of this place, Public House or something, like Citizens House or something.
Yeah, Citizen Public House.
It's in Tucson. And I was there. A really good mixed girl. I really liked the mixed girl. She had nice hair.
Oh, yeah? Really?
And I'm a very shy guy. I hated going up to women. I hate rejection. I just never do it. I had a couple drinks, so I had a little liquid courage. I said, this time I'm going to go ask this girl for a number. I'm just going to be bold. I like her. I got to talk to her. If I like her, what I'm supposed to do? Wait to see her again one day in the future? Like, I got to go up to this girl. This is the only opportunity I have to see her. So I went up to her, I asked for a number. She gave me a number. I was like, wow. That's what she may be. I was perceiving that she was interested in me because she gave me her number. She could have told me no.
Did you have your uniform on?
No, I didn't have it on. That's probably why she didn't want to talk to me, because I was a police officer. But she probably wanted a doctor or something. But I was talking to her. I think I had messaged her the next morning because we were at a bar. And, I don't know how late she was there. I left. But I texted her in the morning, and I think she maybe said one thing to me and didn't talk to me the rest of the day. I texted her. I think it was like one day I texted her. She didn't text me at all. Oh, and then I was very clear with her.
She was from the streets.
I was very clear with her. I said, hey, I just want to, I didn't say I'm grown, but in my mind, I'm like, I'm grown. But I said, hey, I noticed that I texted you and you hadn't texted me back. I don't I'm not looking for sympathy or anything. If you're not interested or not unavailable, let's not waste each other's time.
Yeah, don't
I'm
give me your
texting
number.
you because I'm interested and I'm available to communicate with somebody that I am interested in. If you're not interested, then just tell me that so I can quit wasting your time and my time.
Right.
And she made this excuse and tried to gaslight me, oh, I was at the hospital with my aunt or something.
They don't got internet, cell service in the hospital?
I'm like, I text you good morning one of these mornings or how's your day? And you didn't text me at all.
No.
And so I didn't even respond to her.
Still single.
When she said that to me, I didn't even respond to her because I knew it was an excuse.
Yeah.
So I just took that as, all right, then there's nothing more I need to say because I know you're being disingenuous.
Correct.
So I think that it's nuance. Like people can't get to, one thing that I learned in life, and Alan taught me this, is that you got to slow down a little bit. When people do things that may offend you, you can't build something in your mind and try to create a scenario that may not exist.
True.
Sometimes, and I'm not saying all the time, but you should use wisdom and have some discernment that if a person don't respond to you right away, don't jump that quick to conclusion. Communicate.
No, agree. I don't mean right away because people are busy. You know what I mean?
Something could happen. Like, somebody could lose their phone or something. It's rare.
That would be an instance where that's an outlier. But if a man does not text you that you're dating or you've been dating and he doesn't text you, he goes ghost for a whole day, he's not that into you.
He can't. Yeah, I agree.
He's just not that into you. And I'm thinking about all of, my past situations, my friends' past situations.
I would never not text a girl one day. I don't care if I was traveling. If I was on an airplane, I'll get Wi-Fi because I want her to know I'm interested.
Exactly. You're thinking about that person. If a man is into you, he will not let a whole day go by without texting you.
But yeah, I see. But I've never done this before, except with you. So I wouldn't know how.
Why are you lying to these people?
You're the only one that matters. So the other one, I forgot about all the others.
Oh, you forgot?
I forgot. Just that one girl made me mad, but other ones I forgot.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking all of the scenarios and situations where a man didn't text a girl, whether it was me or my girlfriends I'm thinking about, it didn't work out because he wasn't that into them.
And it's the case to the next point. Women, you got to be very cautious about being too intimate and disclosing too much stuff up front too quickly.
Correct.
You cannot tell a man that you are struggling with your ex and stuff like that because some men are predators and they're going to take advantage of your weakness.
Sure.
And then also you can't go super emotional and sexual and intimate with somebody that you just barely met.
Correct.
Because women may think that that's cool because a man reciprocate in the moment.
Yes.
But when he go home, he like, oh man, she probably do this with everybody.
She was too desperate. She was.
Well, that's a physical, sexual desperation that make you feel like she for the streets.
Yes.
Even sexual intimacy.
Yes.
I would argue for women. In the perfect scenario, wait till you marry.
Yes.
In a less than perfect scenario, at least be in a committed relationship with somebody. At least have a commitment.
A commitment where there's no wondering, where like we're in. You know what I mean? Like. This is our next step. We're gonna get engaged. We're gonna be married. We're making future plans, et cetera, et cetera.
I don't feel no way for women.
That'd be fun for us to take let's go to Mexico next year. You know what I mean? Like that's not a future plan. It's like how many kids are we gonna have? Where are we gonna get married? Are you interested in marriage?
What's your religious affiliation? What's your political affiliation? Like kind of
meeting each other's families, like stuff like that.
Yeah, like you got to get deep in and put some skin in the game.
Yes.
Before you ever think about that.
Yeah.
Because what happens to women, and I'm telling you this, and they sleep with dudes, and the dudes get that
coital,
you know what?
Coital.
Realities check.
Yeah.
Where after you finish, you say, "Oh man, I want nothing to do with this woman," because a man gets all worked up and hopeless romantic and all, and then when it's
and then you do it too soon, and then he doesn't text you for a day. And then you're like, but he has to like me. He liked me so much last week.
Because it's something that occur. And I'm not a scientist and a biologist or whatever, but I would argue that this is something innate in men subconsciously that they cannot control. When you sleep with a man really soon without him having an investment in you.
Without him having to at least text you first.
He can't help but like be turned off by you, even if he want to like you.
Yes.
That's why women say make him wait certain months.
That was my point. Men want to pursue you. Men want to know the woman I have is special. The woman I have took some effort. The man
will have sex with you. But a man will have sex with you on the first date and act like everything's okay.
Right.
But then subconsciously,
he's not going to pursue you anymore because he's already conquered you.
But he can't because subconsciously his mind, his body, and his soul won't let him like you anymore.
But that's exactly. That's why I'm saying a man has to pursue you. Don't sleep with him too soon. He wants to catch you. He wants to conquer you. Don't text him first. Don't call him first. Don't give it up too soon. Don't be too needy. Don't be too easy. Like. Yeah, I don't know.
But I think that this is for men too. Mm-hmm. Men, avoid sleeping with women too soon because you're gonna get that feeling of I really liked her and now like I don't know what it is, like I'm just like
she gives me the ick.
Stuff she do is just turning you off. When if y'all would have waited you probably would have had more of a sustainable relationship.
It's scientific. It's biblical. Yes. All of that.
And I think people need to understand that. And that's why a lot of people have bad relationships, because they jump out of this relationship and they're so like eager to feel loved and connected and chased and all this. And then they get some other dude that's desperate, or he a con artist.
Toxic.
And then he get it and they get in the bedroom and they do their little stuff. And then the relationship is just about that. There's no connection, no substance.
And you don't even know who they are.
Yeah, you know then you find out. Then you find out they nasty and dirty, and they mean to people, and they got a baby mama.
They're moody. They're rude.
They didn't tell you about that. So I hope that people will take this into consideration. Is that when you're dating, you need to have a plan. You need to be proactive. You need to be intentional. Yeah. Are you wasting your time? But just admit to yourself one of the two things: I'm serious about a relationship and I want something, or I just want to sleep around. You can't lie to yourself. That's how people get their feelings hurt.
I don't think you're talking to the men, because
I'm talking to both. I'm talking to both. Men may be a little more eager to do that than women. Women are slutty.
That's not women's, because women are just
a lot of women are slutty.
Women are looking for love. Women are not just out wanting to sleep around. Women are trying to find their man.
I don't know, Corinne. Most women maybe. A lot of women. There's a lot of women that just want to in the 3-point stance.
Well, they're extremely broken. They don't, deep down, they don't want that. They don't want to get ran through by the college football team.
What do men? Well,
I guess they're looking for love. They're looking for a man.
What do men want?
And they think that attention from a man means they are liked and valued, and they're not.
Well, I'll say for a man, the man is looking for something similar. I think men are looking for a woman that he could settle down with. He don't really want to just bang all these women.
I think a lot of men do.
No, as a man start out wanting to do right, and these women just be throwing it. They be throwing it at them, and then they get it, and they like and then I want to do right again. Or a man get cheated on by some woman.
Telling us his life story.
Or a man get cheated on by a woman. I've never been cheated on that I know about. So I'm not talking about me, but I know a lot of men that a man get cheated on, and they're like, I don't trust no women. So now all I'm doing is hitting them and moving.
Ruined.
Hitting them and moving.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that both men and women are looking for love or commitment or some. They're just looking for it in different ways.
Yeah.
A man want, like, this is one thing.
I think men, well, this is a new topic. Should we just start a new episode?
Let's keep
rambling. I think from a woman's perspective, I think men want freedom. Like, men don't want to be smothered. They don't want to be nagged. They want to be like taken care of, and they want tenderness and affection and attention, but they don't want to be nagged at and smothered and like stifled.
Let me tell you why.
And
let me tell you why.
And women are just miserable nags.
Let me tell you why.
Yes.
How do you raise Bo?
Love,
affection.
Men
are raised with good women, good mamas.
Yeah.
They're raised like this.
Yeah.
So when they go meet a woman, they want a woman that loves them like their mama do.
Yeah.
And it's like women are not catching this.
No.
They like, I'm not his mama.
I ain't his mama.
He only the love that he got from a woman since the day he was born was love like his mama.
I know. They want you to live like you're in a prison yard.
Right. I don't cook I ain't cooking for my man. I ain't folding clothes. He a grown man. It's like mama used to do that for me. And that's why men that got a good mama that love them, and I think men don't understand this either. And they don't know why they're attracted to women like this. Because I've dated women and they had a problem with the fact that I like women that are more like submissive and loving and catering and nurturing. And they're like, oh, you just want a woman like that. It's like, duh.
I mean, if I didn't... it's like that's what a woman is. That's what feminine is. If a man doesn't want that, he wants a man. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? I
want somebody to argue with me every day.
You want to wake up and box? Like, I don't get it. But when you are wounded and damaged as a girl, and you don't feel safe to be soft, or I don't want to be tender and cater to him, and then him reject me, and then I feel, awful. So women have this hard exterior, which was like the other video exactly we were talking about, where like a woman in her like softness depends on the man. And it's so true. A woman, even the craziest woman, will be soft and catering and loving if a man makes her feel safe. But Yeah, women mostly are just miserable nags.
And men have a problem too, because if you're raised by a miserable naggy mama, then that man is
That's what you're
now,
used to.
That man is now seeking toxic women.
Yes.
And then he's wondering why it's not fulfilled.
Toxic kid. Oh yeah.
And so I think that people need to understand it. I see women say this all the time and it's cringy. Like they go, I ain't his mama. He a grown man. I need him to lead. I need him to do this. I need him to do that. But it's like, no, also, you got to still think about the nurturing perspective of a woman. A woman should love her husband. He should make his food and fold his clothes. Those acts of kindness.
So you want a maid, huh?
Those acts of kindness bring something different out of a man.
Yeah.
When a woman does something sweet and kind for you, it make you feel like I would do anything for this woman.
Yeah.
Right? You come home and your clothes are folded and they're in the drawer. And you like, because a man is thinking, I didn't feel like doing that. So she took the time, effort, and energy that a man is like, oh, that would have been a headache for me to do. She took the love, time, and energy to wash their clothes, fold that up, put that in the drawer. And you're like, what would I not do for this woman? You come home and your wife then prepared a meal that's delicious and you eat and she take care of the dishes and what would I not do for this woman? And women get crazy.
Buy me a G-Wagon?
The thing is that there's not, that's what would I not do for you? So, but women kind of, they're broken and insecure. Not all, but some of them are broken and insecure. They're afraid.
Many.
They're afraid to put themselves out there.
Exactly.
But the thing is, they're putting themselves out there with the wrong dudes.
I know.
And then they get hurt. It's like, no, he wasn't
texting me.
He wasn't the dude. You should have never pursued that. The dude showed you early signs that he didn't want nothing to do with you. He got 3 baby mamas. What are you trying to be number 4?
Ooh.
What are you doing? Well, you mad at him because he's not committed? His Carfax shows that he's damaged. He got a salvage title. What you think that you think the value is still going to be there?
Ew.
That's not your problem.
Interest is very high.
That's God. That's between him and God.
Yeah.
You don't need to come rescue a salvage title.
No.
If you want a man to have a clean Carfax, get you a certified pre-owned or brand new.
Fresh off the showroom floor.
Showroom floor.
Sparkly. Bing.
Depreciated like a mother. As soon as you take him off the lot.
Right. As soon as you get married, he forgot how to do his own laundry. And then you're like, oh,
a man don't want a woman. A man don't want a woman. Women have to understand, a man will become more successful if he had a woman who was nurturing and supporting him.
Yes.
When a man don't need you, like a man doesn't need you to do that.
No.
A man excels when you do that.
Yeah.
A man can get a maid to do that.
I know.
Like if somehow you left me for some bum or something, I will hire a woman.
First of all, I would never leave you for a bum.
Well, everybody else is a bum other than me, so you have no choices. But if you somehow left me or whatever, I will hire somebody to do the stuff that you do.
Oh, so I'm replaceable?
You're really not, because I love you, but you know another thing.
All of our customer service.
You know another thing. This may not be on the video, but
sure, just air out all of our dirty laundry.
You know another thing that bothers me that women say is they act like being a stay-at-home mom is not compensated. It's the craziest I ever heard in my life.
I got a house. I got food.
You got money in your bank account. You don't have to even look at a bill.
Yeah.
You can look at it, but you don't have to worry about it.
I think that's for women whose husbands are stingy or whose husbands like control them.
The fact that you got a roof over your head is kind of compensation.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
The fact that there's food in the house is kind of compensation. Like women are saying, oh yeah, stay at home mom, it's not compensated. I work a full-time job, but I don't get paid. It's like
a husband's not like splitting his check with them and being like, thank you for doing your work. Here's your money, right?
Well, just say the wife wasn't doing it and they had a nanny.
Yeah.
What's her compensation? A house? She get a house for that for doing this? So if it's equivalent if you take your own kids.
Yeah.
And you live there, would take care of your own kids.
Yeah.
So if a nanny come and her compensation is that you get a house and you get food in the pantry.
Yeah.
That's my payment to you. That'll be a crazy job. That'd be insane. All the bills paid, you get a house to live in and all the food, and you get money to buy stuff at some point. I think a nanny will take that job over any job you get a house. So I think that I see.
But I think women whose husbands aren't as generous as you say stuff like that.
Well, because you at home.
Or when
because
people be
I'm
like,
working
you don't work.
and I
it's
provide
like,
for
yes,
you.
I do work. I just don't get a check deposited every other Friday. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but you're getting compensated.
Yes.
But women say they're not getting compensated.
Oh, see, I always heard just women are just like, why do people say we don't work when we're literally working from sun up till nighttime?
Right, but you're getting paid way better than if you work doing the same thing you're doing. Not that your husband like literally goes out and on a yacht every weekend and don't even look at you, and you sitting at home starving and trying to find out how you're gonna feed your kids. I mean, but like,
grounding.
Y'all get people. These same people got 2 cars.
Yes.
They got a house fully furnished.
Yeah.
All the bills are paid.
Yes.
And they go on vacations when it's affordable.
Yeah.
And they get to they get to spend time with their children and raise them and love on them and have all that. Like that's priceless.
Oh, I agree.
But that's why men are dirtbags and women can be dirtbags too. Because there's some men that don't help their wives and they just treat them bad.
Right.
And they be at the house slaving.
And yes.
And there's women that complain. All they do is complain. And I have seen like 6 vlogs of women literally. I don't follow any of them. They just pop up.
That's your algorithm now. It's just these miserable women.
But I never see men ever make a video about how miserable they are at home.
Men are too busy working.
Miserable at home, working, and their wife is just sitting on the couch doing nothing all day. Like, men don't make blogs about that. Women are literally talking about their husbands and they're married.
Men are smoking and gambling at the strip club and watching porn.
Yeah, so they don't have time to do nothing else. That does make sense. That is a good use of time.
There's my toddler. He wants his mommy.
Get in here.
You get big.
Come here. I know, he's big. Is he as tall as you yet, Dylan? Is he taller than Nick?
Watch your fingers.
Is he as tall as Nick?
Push it.
Come here, Bubs. Come here.
No, you come to me first.
No, he's juking Daddy.
You come to me first. Get your booty out the camera.
Come to Mama.
Jump.
Oh, baby,
He'll do it.
Oh. Come to Mama.
Why do you got highlight on your face?
Come to Mommy.
Oh, my gosh.
Say hello to the camera. You see the camera? Oh, did you give yourself a face tattoo?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes another episode of Living Black and White.
Hello.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Mama.
What's your name? Oh my God! Somebody get this boy out of here.
Gibbity.
What's your real name? Bro, all right, let me get out of here.
This is not a marker.
We out.